Hey everybody, welcome to the WARCROW Battle Report. I'm back with Ben, and after much trial and error, it's Hegemony versus Scions today. We've at least gotten our first game with the 1.5 edition of the game rules, having shaken out the order of operations on things, new magic phase, the way that morale works has changed, the way that a bunch of the keywords has worked has changed.
Maybe you'll get to use your husks this game.
Maybe my husks will actually show up and do something without my puppeteer dying immediately. But you're playing my Hegemony against the Scions, so evil elves against the humans, and we are playing one of the new tournament missions. I think actually our biggest win so far in this has been the missions. I really like the missions.
Oh, they play excellent, and this new way to randomize it is even better.
Yeah, there's 36 combinations of like your primary military mission and your arcane mission. So we're doing Expanse with banners. Now, Expanse is 5 objectives. 2 start controlled by you, 2 start controlled by your opponent. They're on your 6 stride deployment line, and then a central one that flips back and forth. And the scoring is going to be at the end of every round, 2 if you control more brown, which is the ones that start controlled, 1 if you control the central one, and 1 if you control the same. So you're going to start scoring 1 probably in the first round, unless you have a way of like clipping the
second
back
round
line.
is where, well, anybody could move to the middle right off the bat with a lot of activations.
And you're going to have to worry about my ambushers because they could sneak in and grab the rear ones really fast, and that will put that out of control really quickly. And then banners is we each get 2, I get the odds and you get the evens, or vice versa, of the event markers. You use the first one to go on point 1 on the tracker, and then the second one marks a unit. And that unit, every time it does a damage or inflicts a blood, you gain a glory point to a max of 10. And every time you score a glory point, once you get to 10, you reduce your opponent's glory score. And those will be the secondary, basically. Can you get more of those? Also, you're trying to keep your banner bearer alive and have killed your opponent's banner bearer at some point for extra ones. And that's a total of 4 at the end. So if you have more, it's worth 2. Same, it's worth 1. Glory points into the game, and then 1 for your guy surviving the whole game, and then 1 if you kill your opponents at some point. Yeah. And that's it. So we'll show the table, show the armies, and we'll get this underway. All right, so these are 2 armies. I'm using the same Scions force as before, because I got to paint more models for our next game of gaming. But we've got Master Kjorg, who I love with his big shooting. We have a pair of Anointed as bodyguards for him. We got some Risen, Husks over here, and then we've got the Kiplicht, the Mornmab, a Fjadlu, and then this is the Ambusher, and then a Puppeteer as my 250. Over here on your side, it looks like we've got the man, the legend, Drago.
Nope, just a Hetman.
Oh, a Hetman.
And then a Frostfire Herald.
Yep.
We got the Aquabussers, or how are you say that
Aquabussier,
correctly?
yep.
Bulwarks. We got the Pioneers.
Yep.
And then we've got Black Legion Bucklermen. Aggressors, but I have a Gunnery Corporal and a War Sergeant.
Okay.
Surgeon.
So the Gunnery Corporal is hanging out with the Pioneers, and the War Surgeon could be hanging out with anybody.
I haven't assigned anybody yet.
That's right, until deployment.
That's secret information in a tournament.
Ooh, okay. Initiative, my command is 5. What's your command?
I did not have
Bonus die, which is what, orange or yellow?
That was a previous iteration. Yeah, an extra yellow.
The extra yellow, okay. For initiative, I get 1.
I get 1.
We roll again. I get 1.
1.
And one more time.
None.
None. Oh my God. Okay, stop it. None.
None.
Oh my God, what is happening? Come on.
1.
0. You got all odds.
I have initiative. Yeah.
You get to choose who deploys first.
Yeah, you deploy first.
We got Mornmab, Puppeteer with the unit of Husks underneath his card, Anointed, and Mornmab, or not Mornmab, Master Kjorg. And then the Kiplicht and Feldu obviously are going to be private information. Across from me, we've got the Bucklermen, a unit of aggressors with the War Surgeon, some Bulwarks hanging out with the Frostfire Herald, then the Gunnery Sergeant with the Arquebusiers, and in the back we got the Hetman. You place your scouts now, or have them do the scout thing.
I'm going to have them do the scout thing later.
All right. And just because we both know what our closed information is, that would be why we're talking about it. Otherwise, you're not supposed to know. So you can choose the initiative for round 1. Who wants to go first?
We got to do the banner stuff first.
I did mine, sorry. I already placed mine. So my low number goes on the turn tracker, and so did yours. And then it goes on 0.
Yeah. Which is 10.
Which is nowhere, yeah. And then, well, I guess we put on 10, yeah. And then the marked point is going to be Master Kjorg. Marked for you? So you.
I'm going to let you go first.
I'm going to go first. Sure does make sense. Let's do some guys. Master Kjorg go. So we're going to place our activation marker on here. And going 3. I'm going to give a stress to my Anointed. They're Guardians of the Family ability to place them in base contact with the Master. Go.
2, 3, 2, 3.
Doing great. 2. And we're going to activate the Morn Mab. Take a walk and go 4. And then 3. And then he'll go 4. And my God, is he fast. And again, he's on slightly too small a base, but that's why I'm placing this like 5 millimeters outside of his thing. On come the scouts.
Not in your
Being
deployment.
scouts.
Not within 12. So they have one short.
Well, not within 10 of somebody. Activation, yeah.
Yep, so we're just going to move it to 5. Or 2, 3.
Okay, the Morn Map arrives, or the Kip Leak arrives right here. Within 10, I can be in line of sight of you. So I'll be like right there. Jerks. Charge in.
I think I can do
Wow.
Hold on.
I'm going to stress myself to gain a hollow strike, a yellow die. Not yet though, but I could still get it from switches. So I'm going to be yellow, 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 orange, red. Hollow here. So here's my attack roll. And we're going to have that.
2.
Okay, so I'm going to do my switches. Yep. So I have 5 exclamation points. Exclamation points. So first I'm going to slow you. Then for every hollow strike I have, you take a blood. Because you now have the slowed spade.
No.
And I have 2. 3 for my free ones, so you take 3 blood automatically. 3 go through from you having slowed and me having 3 hollow hits now. And then you now can apply your switches if you have any.
None.
Okay. So then you block 2 and I do 2. So no additional damage goes through. You win the combat, yes. Can I place anything else? Oh, I can use a hollow exclamation point, which I don't have. If I had one, I could also make you frightened. Back, because you are slowed, you will take an additional damage. Orange.
I'm not even overstressed. I won't fall back. So.
Well, I mean, if you
take a stress
to do it.
Losing.
Yeah. Oh, and you had to make your intimidating roll, sorry, when I moved into combat, which you passed. Take an additional blood.
Yep.
Because of trapped. Follow up. You.
Okay.
Become trapped. So Frostfell Head, this is your 3rd activation.
Yeah, he's going to cast the Hand to Win thing to dispel or displace somebody.
It's a great ability. Yep. I can try and dispel it, which I will. I'll use my Puppeteer. Successes there.
Yep. Hold on. I have 3.
Okay, I blocked 1. So nothing happens.
Nothing
I didn't get any hollow shields. To displace somebody 5. No, sorry, 3 rather.
Yeah. It's like 5.
And let's get the Arquebusiers. And then he gets to take a walk.
This is about 4, 3.
One more. He's pretty quick actually, 4-3.
Making sure I can clear the unit. So.
Yep.
Good.
Right. Well, we've done the thing. I think we go with. This is my 4. I think we go with the Kip Leaked again. Stabs. Yeah, might as well. Orange, yellow, yellow. So would you like to? Yep. Okay. And you can't stress. I'm gonna get 1 hollow. So with my 2 hollows, I will do 2 more damage.
And he's dead?
Just dies, yep. So one goes away, and then I'm gonna take a walk. I'll walk 4, just give myself that little extra 5 millimeters. And then 3, up to here. You.
Yeah, I'll go 3.
This is your 4. And the Bucklermen come up.
We go just up to there. So double move. I'm not going to quite use that second one.
My 5. I think we're going to go with the Master again. Go with the Morn Mab. Yeah, we go with the Morn Mab. Of course we do. Give him a strive. This guy hits like a ton of bricks anyway. 11. So, yeah, I'm going to go. I can't really do my Bangarang thing. I guess I probably could. I don't want to get aggressored, though. And if I charge your... You know what? Yeah, I'm going to charge them. So 5, 5, and 1 is 11. And we're going to charge these dudes like so. Just outside of range of him, and I charge this guy instead. The buck pile into me.
So wouldn't you be over here?
Well, I just I'm just overhanging right now, right? Because I'm on the hill. Just trying not to fall over, and I just won't come into contact with the bulwark. So I'm gonna be there, but I'm on the hill. And then we're doing some melees. And make some stabs. Intimidating first, intimidating 2. To do that, yep.
Good.
And then the stabbing. Red, orange, yellow, blue. And then you make your defense roll first. And decide if you want to use any stress.
Green and a black, they can't stress. So.
Okay. Lots of defense though. Is that 4? Damn.
3. No, they don't have any built in. So just 3.
And I get 4 and some switches. If I have a shield, I could do a blood you, but I don't have any shield. Frightened for a switch, which I'll use. I'll use a switch off of here. 4 damage, and you block 3, so 1 goes through. You're losing and take a stress not to full back.
No, I take a stress just for losing.
Got it. Do at least 2 damage. Oh no, I did do 2. No, I didn't do it. I didn't do 2 damage because I didn't get a shield. So because I didn't do 2 damage, I don't get to do my follow through. 4 damage, I could have done the displace 3. I don't have any damage on anybody, so.
Do you have blood rage or anything like that?
No, because I don't have blood rage. Yep. So that's your last activation for the turn.
That was your activation.
Are we gonna go?
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll take a stress at the end, but we're gonna cast the spell, and we're gonna use 1 black to make it exclamations cancel a shield, and I'll hit the Morn Slab.
Okay. And I am defense. Black. Oh, and I have dispel. I'm gonna attempt to dispel with the.
Yeah, he can do more, but he gets effects. So I got
1.
I don't think he's elite.
I block 2, but I take a tinge.
Yep. So
and 1 tinge is nothing for me because I can hold 1.
I did not get a tinge from that cast.
Okay. So, but I'll take a tinge on the puppeteer.
4. 3.
And that's gonna give you the objective. You'll take that because you're within 3. And it flips to you. Stress, my Anointed removes 1, my Morn Mab removes 1, my Kipleak goes down to 1. Follow-up moves, so I get to make a single move with my Puppeteer, going 4. And then you get to make 1.
I got lots. So
That's true, you do.
2, 3. We'll just move back there. So they'll go to there. Actually, they'll move right up.
The officer's the guy who's actually in charge, remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
My bad. 3.
Just get to go?
Yep.
We both score 1 for nobody having our home base, but you have the center for 1, which means you're gonna get 2. I'm now the person behind, so I will score a point. Or sorry, go to, the person who has, I get to choose who has the first activation. Right. Well, let's do that thing we do. Activate the Morn Map, because of course we will. Charge into these jabronis.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and pile in. Intimidating first, sorry.
Yep, but I got his willpower too. So
We roll them both. So you pass still, but you still take a stress.
Intimidating too, right?
Yep.
So I failed.
You take 1 for each one that goes through. That's right. And you did, however, pass a willpower check, so you do lose your fright. I could have trampled over these guys to here and done that trample thing, the large thing during my charge, right? Make a morale check to see if they take a stress.
2 orange. Good.
And they take 4 hits. So they block nothing.
I got. It's not a range. I guess it's not a range.
You can't use switches. Yeah, you can use switches. Yeah. Would you use switches? Yes, because it's a defense.
It's a face-face roll, I think. Yeah. So that'll add a shield. So
okay. So you take
stop
3.
the 2.
So take 3.
Take 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Die. And one guy's got to win. Make my stabs into Buckerman, so they pile in, right?
Yep. Oh no, they already were. So
don't they all have to pile in?
The leader goes in.
Yep.
And then I can be.
Oh, because I charged the leader, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's
I just
right,
have to be in range. So.
Yeah. Swing. So it's going to be red, orange, yellow, blue, and I get some hits. Oh, sorry. You make a defense roll first. What am I doing?
No, I make a willpower test. Oh no, you did the intimidate.
We did the intimidate already.
Okay.
It's doing the defense roll before this happens.
Okay.
Rolls in the wrong order here, but it's defense first, which feels weird. So you get 1. 1. Yep. I'm going to do 3. So my switches go off first, so this will immediately cause a damage. 3 and you block 1, which is 2 more.
It's a guy.
Yep.
So these are gone. That's it.
Yep. And then I did at least 2 damage. So that means I get to do onslaught. If you inflict at least 2 damage, you may displace 3. But this is after the resolution, so you do your resolution first. Do you want to take your stress?
Yeah. So I take a stress, and then we'll see if we hold.
And then you gotta make you're not frightened anymore at least. Oh wait, did I have enough? I did have one switch to cause a frightened as well. Sorry, so
Okay.
you'll be frightened again.
So,
Not that it mattered.
nope, not at all.
So you become broken.
Yep. So we
And
get
that
that
means
token
we
and we
put
put
it-
2 behind it like
That's
we're
right.
supposed to.
So that was the first activation.
What is a broken token?
So the broken token is this. And we go 1, 2 away to there. And we have now, now I do my place, and I place within 3. So I'm gonna place 3 over to here in combat with these guys. Before I moved, you would have made your flea move towards the nearest table edge. So 3, and then 2, and then they'll test to rally.
Another 3, 3. Yeah.
3, 3, there you go.
So now they have that.
And I would pound them, and then we both take a blood. Morton map activated, and both of us have taken a blood now for being in there. Your first activation for the turn. Is gonna go? Yep.
So I have to do the morale test.
Yeah, make intimidating.
So I take
You're
1
good.
stress.
You take 1 stress, yep. Defensive roll first, and I am black, 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 orange. So stressing for the extra stuff, okay. I get nothing for stress. No, I don't really, I don't have any stress effects, but I'd roll first before I do that to see if it happens.
Yeah.
And I get a whole bunch of, I get no blocks at all, but I do a damage.
Okay.
2 hits built in, and exclamation and a hollow.
So we got, I'm not elite, but the hollows mean something. So I'm going to block the hit. Where are we here?
So you use your
So
shield
the
to block the hit.
hollows, you get disarmed.
Okay, so disarm doesn't apply right away, but I do get disarmed.
I'll cancel 1 symbol from your opponent, which will be the hit.
Okay, so you cancel the hit.
And that's it. That's all I can do. So then we just add up the damage. 1, 2,
2
3,
damage.
4.
So 4 damage, and then I'm gonna use 3 of these switches to do 1 damage to you. It's you automatically, and then you follow up 2.
Yeah, I follow up 4,
Okay.
which is enough to get there.
Did you get me out of combat with the bulwarks, which is what's important. And you can try and use your War Surgeon to drop that damage check.
Yeah, I cancel.
Okay.
Stress, not that you care.
Yeah, I'll take an extra stress.
So, and are you taking another stress to not get? Oh no, you're immovable, aren't you?
Nope.
Okay, so are you taking
Just
a stress
large.
not to get pushed?
Is large immovable? I couldn't have been shoved.
You can.
Where I am. So
Yeah, so you come back into
over
contact
here.
with them. Oh, that's even better actually.
I took a
1 stress
stress.
because you're immovable. You don't get stressed from being pushed.
That's right. So that's your activation 1. So it's my activation 2. I'm gonna go with the Morn map again. Well, no, I'm gonna charge. I'm gonna charge while engaged. I'm gonna take opportunity strikes from all these guys. So I think what I'm gonna do is actually just attack the aggressors. All works. They get better, so that makes more sense. Any attack if I survive this anyway. Roll. I'm gonna have to cancel 1 either automatic symbol. I don't have any automatic symbols or dice. So then I'm attacking them, which means they'll get an opportunity attack later. Make a defense roll. And decide if you want to stress.
I can't stress.
You do it after you roll.
I'm at my limit anyway.
Oh, you're limit? Okay.
So
2?
2, but you get your things first. So that is going to cancel a symbol from you if it's not changed.
So I'm going to get 6 and a bunch of symbols. So switches first. I'm going to make you frightened. So this blue die,
Okay.
because it sucks anyway, because I have to cancel 1. And then, I get to reroll 2 of these if I want to.
Because you're wounded. Yeah. That's pretty good.
I guess I could. Does this ever get better? No.
You need hits because I got the.
Yeah, I'm
worst
fine.
version, too.
I'm fine. I'm just going to keep it. I don't need to reroll anything here.
Okay, I'm going to cancel 1 symbol, which will be this, I guess.
Sure.
Because of my thing. So I've got. They don't have 1 added, so it's just 2 canceled out.
So those
you're
go
at
away.
3.
So you get 3 total.
So,
Then you get to your War Surgeon.
yeah.
Block 2. So 1.
Opportunity attack.
You sure
it's
do.
part of the thing.
Yep.
So they get a red and an orange.
Just roll first.
And are you canceling a symbol too?
What do you mean?
Is it the attack on the? It said attack or defense roll, so you have a canceled symbol.
Yes, I will cancel somebody or die.
So I have 3.
So you have 3
I don't have a trigger. So
and no trigger. Okay,
you're
so
going to cancel 1.
I only block 2, which means I'll die here.
Yeah.
But I'll do a point of damage to you. So it doesn't matter what I can cancel this. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, so you're dead, but you get an attack now.
And I get to attack. I'll attack the aggressors again because I go berserk when I die. So I get removed, and I'll attack the aggressors one more time. Opportunity attack.
So no triggers.
So no triggers. And this is into the aggressors. So make your defense roll.
Blue, blue, green, black.
Block
So,
2.
2.
Okay. And I get. I'm going to reroll. Yeah, I'll reroll these 2. So I'm going to get 4. So 2 go through.
One symbol.
Yeah, I'll cancel this one.
Yep. So, and I cancel 2 more. So 2 got through.
Yeah, 2 get through.
Bar.
You can only do that once per turn. Okay, you do get to do it more than once.
So
I thought I couldn't do it once. Yeah, still 2.
Okay, so that's basically a guy.
No, I got it wrap off, yeah.
Already worked.
Only your marked models. So
That's them.
they didn't kill me. They did damage. Or they do a damage. They did 4 damage though, so you should actually have 4 glory.
Ah, yeah.
Because you did 4 damage to me with them. You forgot when
How
you
are we
charged them
marking
one man.
that? Do we get D20s or something?
No, it's over here. You go on the
okay.
tracker until you get to 10. These guys make a displacement now because they won the fight.
Makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
That's your activation. Ooh. There we go.
So, because I'm doing a double, I know I'm doing a double move, we're just going to move them right to where they get to be.
Well then, let's do that thing we do. Go with the master. Move him. So he's gonna go, he goes 4-3. So he's gonna go 4. Can he join the unit at the beginning of a turn? No, he doesn't want to do that.
Okay.
Elevate to me so I can see you, and that means I'm going to shoot my spell at you. 12 all the way up. So I get all my bonus effects. So I need to make a whip check. It is red, yellow, yellow. I get 3 successes. You can oppose it if you want. Actually, sorry, you would roll to oppose before I even do that, I'm pretty sure, right?
I did not, but I didn't get anything either.
No tinge. Sweet. Do I get any tinge? I do too. It's my first turn. It is not a ranged attack. It is, oh, sorry, it is a ranged attack, yes.
That means I'll get my cover.
Okay. Red, yellow, yellow against you, but you can only block with hollow shields. So you roll first. 1 hollow shield. And I get 3 successes. So do 2 damage. And then your wizard gets frightened because he's within 5. And then it shoots the wizard. So he can make his defense roll with a shield. So
1 shield.
Which doesn't do anything because you need hollow shields. And I do 3 to him.
He dies.
I'm frightened. Stupidly, I did that thing where I've blocked in my own move. I need to remember that I can't move through my own guys. So I have to go back like to here. And then I can go 3, which puts me here. And then I can spend a stress on these guys to place them within 5. You get to make your rally check because you go to your 3rd activation. And are they still frightened?
No.
Or do you lose all your states when you're demoralized? Hinge now, which means I have to actually roll at the end of activation. I forgot to. So I got I receive another tinge. Go to 3. Hetman's leadership. Yep.
I made 1. You got to
Roll.
roll it. Didn't make it.
And I'll leave the board.
Pretty sure. Yeah, they're off the board.
Units activate. Okay.
Yeah, like you said.
Like I said.
3, 2. You look at a flat spot. All right, and then let's see here. We will shoot these things.
Anointed. It's a whole bunch of dice. Yellow, black, black, blue, blue, green. Let's roll first. I'm elevated, so I get to roll, I get, an extra block? Extra success. And I get 2 total. And some switches, but I don't get those against range attacks. So it's 3 total that I have. Just do damage. This won't do anything.
I'm going to stress to add a hollow hit.
Okay.
From the gunnery commander inside there. Okay.
So you got 3 hollow hits, 4 hollow hits, and then 4 hits.
All right, so we apply mine. So hollow hits. 4 is 4 wounds automatically.
Damn. Okay, so you kill a guy, and then 1 has a wound on him. And then I have 2 blocks. And you do 4 hits, so that'll just kill me. 3 blocks, actually, because I have 1 for being elevated. So you do. I have 1 wound left then.
So I do 4. They're not.
Can you do any additional ones?
No, I did 4.
Okay. So then I've got 2 wounds left on. Well, I've got 2 wounds on the one guy who's left. That's right. That's my leader. I love that. I guess we go with the puppeteer into here. Oh, sorry. I did how much damage to them with him? 2, didn't I?
Yep.
So I would have had 2 on the glory tracker. We're gonna go with Mr. Puppeteer. He's gonna go 4-3. So he's gonna go 4 to here, and then 3 to here. He's gonna shoot you with his spell.
Yeah.
That's right. I killed your wizard. So I'm just doing orange, yellow, yellow. Goes off. And I'm boosting. What happens now, right? Or does it happen after I? No, after I. So it's
you get the spell and then you see what happens.
Yeah, and so you get hollow blocks only against this, and it's red, orange, orange. And I get 4 successes.
Green back. Absolutely nothing. So
it's 4 damage.
Yep, that's both of them.
Place an allied unit within 10, 5 strides. I'm going to place him over here so he can try and contest this. Again.
Yeah, so they're going to move just so that they're in the contestation. They're without 5. Where's your leader?
Right there.
Has anybody got anything under them?
He does.
Okay.
Yep, makes sense. You're within 10 of me. You did. You become trapped, which means you are slowed. Blue, blue, black.
Red.
So I roll mine first.
3.
I get a single block.
4 yellow.
1 and a bunch of hollows, which you like.
Yep. So what I'll do is I'm going to use one of my command points because I'm really not using them. I'm going to use the shooting officer, and I'm going to choose to repeat the dice of my choice in my ranged attack roll.
Okay.
Hollow exclamation does absolutely. Ooh, it does.
You have 2 of them, though.
Yeah. Repeat it and hope for something better. That'll work. All right, so I'm going to do. I didn't stress that time. So 3 straight wounds automatically, just off the triggers for them.
Cool. So he takes 3.
Yep, that's just off the switches. And then I'm going to cancel 1 of your shields.
Cool. So I'm dead.
Yeah.
I only have 4 wounds. Take a stress. There you go.
So they're at the maximum morale now.
Okay. Last action for the turn. I am going to bring in a bird right here. And it's going to scream at you.
Yeah, you got a full activation. So.
Yeah. So I get Bird of Prey you for a command token. No line of sight. During your activation, target enemy within 12 strides, and then place myself engaged in combat with them. If I do at least 1 blood, immediately after resolution, I place myself within 7. So I can bounce back to the objective. And melee of him. And I stay charged, means I get to fight this dude for the free hit. So I have orange, yellow, 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 green. Exclamations, just run away. So you roll first.
So I'll take the stress, just in case.
You do it after you roll. You roll first.
Yeah, I want it. So I'll take it to get an extra shield. So.
Okay, so you get 2 shields here. And I am going to get only 1, so I don't even get the thing on you. But I do 1, 2, 3, 4 hits total and be barely alive. 7, and I can flip that guy at the end of the activation.
Yeah, I'm going to charge you. No.
As you do. Also stress. Well, I'll roll, but I want the extra block here. 2 oranges. I get nothing.
That's spectacular.
Except for 2 hits, so you might die.
I'm going to reroll that. Oh, no, I got to reroll all of them. Yeah, I'll reroll all of them.
Okay, so you become. Well, we do switches after you reroll. So you do 1.
That was even worse.
So you're gonna become frightened, and then you're gonna do 1 to me, and I'm gonna do 2 to you.
So attacker, or you did your defense too. So defense is first. Did
your switches happen. I can't reroll anything, so this is
okay. So that becomes an extra hit.
Okay.
The other one doesn't do anything. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds.
Okay, and I also do 4 wounds.
Yeah, so I die.
Or 2 wounds, so we both die. Because I have 4.
Yep.
Good trade. Damn. He did his job.
Definitely cost me the game.
At the end of 5. Well, you're ahead on glory points right now, though. So we are going into 3. And we now have... so in a round, I'm gonna score 1 for not having anybody on mine,
Yeah.
2 for that.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna get 1 for having the middle. So we both go 2-2 and we top it. So you get to keep the middle. So you've got the middle, the blue one for 1.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have an extra one because I have more now. 4 at the end of the round. That's right. First activation.
Okay. Aquaria boosters will go, and they're gonna take a shot at your leader. No.
Yeah, I'm not within range of anybody. Rolling my defense first. So he is defense 3 blacks and a green. I will stress to gain an extra shield. Back, but I might as well. Oh, I need to make a tinge roll at the end of the turn.
Oh.
Let's see what happened. Another tinge. I'm at 4. I'm not within range of my dude, so I don't get the free extra shield.
Yeah, and no switches.
And no switches, yeah. So what do I get? I block 2 total.
Let's see here.
I think I'm dead. Acquisitions from the hollows, and then I only blocked 2, and you got
That's just from the switches.
2.
And then I got
2 to 2.
Yeah.
We blocked, so I take 3.
So you take 3 without the dice,
Yep.
and then you apply the dice to this.
Yep, and then I've got 2 blocks, and I have a native one plus that one.
Yep.
Alive with 1 wound left. Stay there, because I don't want to leave the objective.
Yeah, pretty much.
That tracks. Okay, let's activate this little guy. Take a walk. You can go 4. He's gonna go over to here. And he can't really go 3. Then he's gonna spend a command token to place some Risen in combat with you.
Okay.
Or some husks, rather. And we wanna make sure the leader's right there so that we get that sweet control score down. Blast you with magic. You're engaged, what happens when the husks arrive? In combat, you receive slowed from Black Rot.
Yep.
And then, that's it, yeah. Yellow for my whip check. Goes off. Any tinge here, because I don't need to. No, I'll add 1, because I do want to move that little guy. So I roll that afterwards.
Yep.
And it's red, orange, orange, I believe. Casting roll into them.
Yep.
And it's hollow blocks only, 2 successes.
All right, so I get an extra 1 for cover. Not that it super matters with the hollows.
Nope, so 2 damage.
1 guy goes down.
Place 5, an allied unit within 10 strides. So I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to place him into contact 2. Into that activation, I'm going to have a lot of conquest over here, so that's going to flip. Because it's 2 for the husks, and then 3-4 for these guys.
So we're basically just going to move right up to there. And we won't get cohesion on this hill, but they're vaguely there.
Okay. Over 4 for your stuff? That take you over 4 for your stuff?
They are at, no, I'm at 3 up there.
Okay. Kjorg then, because he's got to make a move. I just want to be able to see this jabroni. So sliding over to there, but not being able to be charged. And then we're going to start casting spells. Tinge, but I'm going to add the tinge in again. Frightened. So make my willpower check. It's going to go off for 3. Then it's going to be red, red, yellow, yellow into the aggressors. And only hollow blocks against this. So 3 successes. Block 1, so just 2, and then you get your War Surgeon.
Right.
Blocks both, so no damage to them, but the RBCs become frightened, and then I'm going to give them another stress because I'm now shooting at them as the additional target.
Oh, you're giving me stress outright?
Because I'm doing a range attack now into them while they're engaged. At the end of this.
Yep.
And then the aggressors also become frightened if they weren't already. And that's going to be 3 successes into them. Again, only hollow blocks.
Nothing.
So 3 more damage. It's going to be a morale check for that last one.
Yep.
And the officer too, rather. There's an officer in there, so you get the bonus.
He gives
not
them
the- not
2
the
yellow
junior
instead
officer.
of 1 orange. Which
Got
I
it.
hope is better. So
Reroll, because they're frightened. Nope, so they're going to flee, which means everybody makes an opportunity attack. I'll start with the husks. They were engaged,
yeah, but I had to kill a guy.
so I guess it's just the husks now. And 3 yellows, and you make your defense roll first. Roll. There's no triggers here for either of us.
Blue, blue, black.
Block 3, nicely done. And you were not multi-engaged. I do 2, so nothing else. Allies token goes 2 away, which would be here. Sorry, actually here, because I'm on here now. And they're demoralized with this token. Activate.
No,
He's over the limit. Okay. Sorry, and I gained.
these guys are not over their limit, but I got to wait for
How
their
much
rally.
damage did I do to them?
2.
2, and then I did 0 to them because you
they
splashed it
saved
all.
Yeah.
Okay. And 2 for the glory points, but that will tie us up. You can take a rest action with the
I can't
these
activate
guys. Aggressors, yep.
And they're gonna charge. They basically the intact guy.
So going on to the last United.
Yeah, so I'm gonna push him 2.
No bother pushing him because you can't push me through my own unit. And then we make our defense him to add a strike and a switch. He's almost dead. And his defense is green, blue, blue. It's going to be 3 blocks and a switch. And you get a bajillion damage.
Yeah, so a hollow.
So you do your switches first.
Auto wound.
Okay, so I take a wound and I die. And that's it. I can't even do my switches.
You get disarm. So the actual hits.
So switches first.
Yeah. So cancel a symbol. So
Okay.
actually a shield.
Okay, so shield goes away.
Yeah. Give
Any
you
other
disarmed.
switches? So I'm disarmed.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits.
Well, you do your switches first, then I do my switches.
I did all my switches,
Right? Okay,
yeah.
so that was your switches.
Yeah.
Now my switches are, I'm just going to get rid of my shields and my 2 switches to do 2 damage to you.
Okay.
And then you kill me.
Yeah.
So you take 2 and I die.
No, they have the guy. So
Oh, they have the War Surgeon. So see if you drop any from the War Surgeon. You do drop 1, so you take 1 instead.
they don't have any wounds on them, so it doesn't actually.
Them.
Yeah, risen.
Okay. End him or just the Risen?
I can't get him, so he's not in base contact.
Okay, well. Oh, I needed to roll to see. At the end of Kyorg's activation, I think I forgot to roll to see if his team's doing anything again. That's going to be. So he's going to go to 2 to activate again.
Yep.
Here. And then I'm going to just wing around so I can see you guys. You know what? No, we're going to wing around this way. So 4, which will put me here. And 3. I just want to be able to see both these units. Speed casting again, and we're going to juice it up all the way. Red. And then orange for my whip check. Yellow, sorry. I pass. Means we'll start with into these guys. Yep. Red, yellow, yellow. Now you're in combat, so you're going to get a stress again.
He's got in combat. They're fleeing.
Oh, sorry. These are the ball. I thought you said the aggressors. You meant
I thought you pointed back here.
It doesn't matter. I meant, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one. So into them then.
Aggressors. Yeah.
Okay.
No, those are career boosters. That's why.
That's why you said aggressor and I got confused.
Okay.
So in the archer boosters, and you roll your defense first.
1 shield plus that.
Okay. So you need hollow shields to stop this.
So nothing.
And I get 1, 2, 3. So 3 damage.
1 wound on the dude. So you basically remove the unit, so he's now just a warrior.
Okay.
Or sorry, just a.
But he keeps all his. And then into the aggressors, and you get your defense roll again, but you do get a stress because you're in combat. And that might push you over.
Black, green. I'm tied with it right now.
Okay. You get block 1. That's nice. With a hollow. And then I do 1, 2, 3. So you'll take 2. Roll the War Surgeon. Roll the War Surgeon. He's been saving you this whole time. Yeah, you take nothing. He's done. Back to you.
You're saying I can go.
You can, if you have more than your morale, equal to or more than your morale, you can only take a rest action.
All right. Well, then I have to go.
Unless you're in combat, which I don't think you can take a rest action.
No,
he's
sorry. I got to do morale.
That's next turn.
Is it next turn?
Next activation, you'll start to see if you.
Then I have nothing I can do. I have to pass.
Can't rest because you're in morale. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're gonna go with. Because I can't do him over again because all he can do
You
is
just keep
rest
blasting
now.
this and you win. It's
His morale's only 2, so we're gonna go into the puppeteer. And yeah, well, he's already standing in front of him. The puppeteer, he's gonna take a walk. So he walks and walks, and then he's gonna blast this guy. Yellow, yellow for my
And he
willpower
actually
check.
failed his willpower test.
I'm not gonna juice this. No, I'm not gonna juice this up. I passed barely.
I only got 2 wounds. So there's my defense.
You block 1 through, which means 3 total.
If it's hollow, I block nothing.
I only got 1. You block it all.
1 left. So now I get a morale test on him.
Yep, so you hit your morale thing and see if he rallies.
He can take a turn to rest and then get shot in the face again.
Well, he's going to try and rally first, and he's frightened. What's his morale?
He is a gunnery sergeant. He is 2 yellow.
He's going to pass. Reroll them because you're frightened.
Nope.
And he keeps running, so he flees again. By 4. Yeah, but we're tied right now for glory points.
Well, now it's over.
I need to do 1 more damage for him. I know.
I can't get to 2 turns, so
He's
I'm
going to rest for this activation.
Kick me while I'm down, man. Go for it.
And then you don't have an activation right now.
Yeah.
And then he's going to use his last activation to blast them 1 more. Glory, then I'll break the glory thing. So it goes off. I'm not boosting this. I'm just making an attack roll. Blocks, looking for hollows. Hollow shields on the aggressors.
1.
Got 1. All right, I got to do 1 more damage here, so I got to get at least 2. I got 2. So I get 1 through. I'm going to give you 1 more glory.
I block 1.
So I get no more. So I get no more glory.
You still win.
And that's the final activation. So we're going to be tied on glory points at the end, which means we each get 1. Neither of us have killed our banner bearers, which means we both get 2. And then at the end of the round, I'm going to get more and the center one for 3. So that's going to take me to, you're going to be at 4. I'm going to be at 8. So there we go, end of the game. We managed to, I think, do better on the rules. Not very, very doubtful that we're anywhere close to perfect.
We feel like we're better. So I'm sure you can let us know.
Just doing defense rolls before attack rolls is like a big core thing that we were getting wrong before that, because it puts the onus on the defender to have to do their switches, like to do their response and stuff first. But then the attackers do switches first, which means that you can do things like apply instant damage and stuff like that. That's better. So like I forcing that to be more correct inherently makes the things that come afterwards more correct. Getting states more correct, like knowing that disarm and vulnerable don't apply until the end of an activation, but all the other states are immediate, was really important and like a key thing in the rules changes. We did get fleeing right this time. Fleeing and demoralized.
I'm not as confident as you, but it's your show. So I think we're still a little off, but
we have the timing right. Like the 2 turns ahead, and then we test again when we get.
And what I'm saying is, I agree that you think that's right. I'm not saying I don't know what's right, but I feel like yours is still off a little bit.
You're so commitment phobic.
Well, you're a friend, so my thing is, I back your play, no matter how stupid it is.
That's fair. We're closer to correct. This is one of those games where, and I'll be honest, when it's like a mess like this too, when there's a bunch of like rules around us and changes to the core mechanics and stuff, it's never going to be perfect, because we're in real time trying to reference like 3 documents and play a game at the same time, and encountering situations that make us go, well, wait, how does this work?
Right, and we've only used large target a couple times. Large target is way better than the actual stats on the model.
Yes. Yeah, being able to move through stuff. And like some of the large targets, like they're fairly one trick. Like that Morn map he's just a bing bang. Like he bings and bangs into stuff. Oh yeah,
but that ability to go see over and go through with what, a 13 charge?
No, it's an 11, but then he gets his base into side.
Yeah, like you cover a lot of units, and because nobody gets any defense against it, it's brutal.
Yeah, as long as you don't. The trick is you have to you have to double round somebody. So you have to end a turn, not be engaged in combat, because when you're engaged in combat, now you're taking free strikes. If you just go over, then you're just doing the do they get out of the way? Do they take the stress? Do you do the damage to them?
Yeah.
It was the thing that I did where I shouldn't have started in combat with you. If I just not started in combat with you, I would have been able to do that overrun basically and clip a whole bunch of
hits. If I said no callbacks, that would have been a completely different game.
Well, I was just no callbacks. We totally screwed that up because I died. I died before I made a charge. We'd done so many dice rolls in between. It was really stupid.
Now, before we realized you would have died, though, I was so demoralized. I was ready to sit down and say, I can see that's just messed up.
Yeah, it was bad. But yeah, again, I love the mission structure is great. I really like the banners one because it made us have to do this champion thing where we had to risk those units. You know what I mean? To even earn points. I do think that spellcasters and shooting units being the banner bearer, it would have been more powerful. If you'd make the arquebusers the banner bearer, you would have maxed out immediately.
The spells with the hollow thing completely ruined my defense. They're powerful.
The instant hollow damage off the arquebusers was
that was good. Arquebusers are fantastic.
That's what I mean. If they had,
I have to go buy 2 now.
If they had the banner, you would have done 12.
I probably should assemble the first one first, but
make sure yours has a back banner because mine didn't come with a back banner.
I haven't even opened the box. It's on the list.
That's fair. They're real good. But I do think in that one particularly, picking who your banner unit's going to be and designing your list around it. The fact that you advertise what the scenarios are going to be, you're going to pick units that are good.
Yeah, because the sequencing is you get to know the scenario first. Yeah. So when you have a better selection, you can really tool it to that too.
I think the Pioneers are a decent unit too because they can double shoot.
No, they would be good. I use them wrong, but that's theory crafting versus
I think
actually.
You use them fine. I think if you just waited until later on, you used it to draw out one of my ambushers, which made sense. Yeah. Whereas, because you're just threatening an objective.
It was either that or you turn the Mornmap back, which would buy me some time. So,
yeah.
But I was hoping to get shots off before that happened.
Yeah.
So.
But it was fun to play against my own army because I got to see them from the other side, which was really interesting. And,
a what not to do type scenario?
No, just seeing how terrifying they are. I'm going to have to play them eventually, and you just want to be able to practice against them. And it was fun to play 2 games in Scions. So we'll keep plugging away at this, really hoping by the next time we record, for all of you screaming rule stuff at us, that there's a consolidated rule book again that has all of these erratas in it. So, that'd be super nice.
And there's definitely a possibility of me having Cyanan or the elves ready.
The elves ready, yes. Hopefully by the next time we play. So thanks for coming in. If you guys are watching, thanks on Ash.